Hello, collective. Toby and I are here at the Humane Society. We're going to get him a little sissy, I hope. But in the meantime, let me get you a little message. So, these entities that sound like men, we're talking about medicine again. They're trying to come up with a solution. I don't know if they're having some issues that potentially you once had, and maybe they're trying to do whatever it was that you did or whatever. There's something about horses. There's something about Libra, and it sounds like the scales are being balanced. Gee, many crickets. My old age shows in my neckline. Sorry there, folks. So these masculines are heavy talking, trying to figure out a way to get out of this. One of them said, it's a justifiable record, which means it's a record of an event or action that is deemed acceptable or correct because there was a good reason for it. So either somebody's defending their belief system about persecuting an innocent person, or they're being told that what is happening to them is justifiable. There's something about customer service. Hey, you're doing fine, buddy. You're doing fine. So there's something about customer service. The curator is talking about identifying her. The curator is saying that they can do anything with her. She's 100 percentile. So they're scoping divine feminines out there. 100 percentile. I have no idea what that means. Whether it means they're 100% organic, human, with special gifts and energies, or I don't even know what that means. It's like he's going to tap into her frequency and try to use her gifts to steal her intellectual property, energy, sensitivity. This curator's guide is still talking about the divine feminine as though she is an appetizer. There's something about a new direction. Why the hell did you pick this woman? Someone demanded. There's something about weapon or weaponry, and something about California. They're talking of this new divine feminine magistrate being a billionaire. They want to replace her and claim that position and that wealth. Destiny swapping. These guys are talking about some kind of executive order that Trump signed for the arrest of somebody, this magistrate. So it's like whoever this person is in the etheric realm, these masculines feel they know who she is in the 3D. And it's like Trump apparently is signing an executive order for her arrest to stop, to claim her spirit, her soul complex, and to stop her from doing these things in the other dimensional reality. They want to obtain her. This is some kind of executive order to arrest the flesh temple and obtain the spirit soul complex of this woman and stop her in her tracks. It sounds like everyone who participated in torturing her is being reprimanded by God. And apparently Trump doesn't like that. There's something about the mirror. Whatever they put into her is being mirrored back. The other day, somebody told another that every nasty thing they did to her will be done to them. There's quite a few masculines out there saying it has to be her. So they believe that this magistrate and her energy is the answer to their troubles. She's not a Sagittarius, which they've been looking for. She's not a brunette. She's the opposite of what they have been searching for. It's like they're waiting until the very last minute to take the very strongest one and feed their essence to this shadow demon that they are loyal to try and appease it and maintain their status of authority. That's the sound of it anyway. And I certainly hope the upper echelon authorities are managing this situation. There's something about the abyss. And they asked somebody a question, and the answer was love, of course. So it's like love is the only way to get out of this abyss, this trap, this death place. These ones are talking of doing something in front of millions of people, or somebody else has or will. The curator is talking about a Sagittarius, and the sacrifice he needs must match the counterpart of darkness, which is a Sagittarius. Apparently, mixing astrological essence doesn't seem to work for this kind of thing. Another masculine is speaking, sounding upset. It doesn't have to be a Sagittarius. They want to claim this woman. It sounded like somebody said to another, hold back, I wouldn't do it. They're talking about contraband. These ones are ignorant of nature's medicines, created from components of plant genetics, biology. They are very primitive when it comes to plant medicine. They want everybody on sick care medicine. They want people on it because it dims the light in the body and it lowers the potency of the energy production. It weakens the temple. They're calling it contraband, so they must be speaking of cannabis or some of its components or another plant that is similar to it. One masculine is saying, steal it? As though this is his offering of a solution. To steal property, energy, identity, status, influence, and wealth. There's something about boundaries and something about despair. They need this woman's identity and position. They need to claim her life as their own. So, look, you're going to have to mellow out there, buddy. You're going to be fine. It sounds like there's a group of folks who are in trouble regarding somebody who likes a relationship with batteries, meaning they like to energy harvest suns and stars. And they usually use intimate encounters for this. Somebody said, the joke is on you. There's talk of a revolution, which is a fundamental and often rapid change in the established order, which can involve overthrow of a government and result in significant shifts in social, economic, or political structures. They're also talking about evolution, this new cycle of humanity. The change in heritable traits of populations over successive generations driven by mechanisms like natural selection, mutation, genetic drift, and gene flow. This woman and her counterpart, spiritual counterpart, protector, have suffered such extreme, torturous things that they have gained new gifts. They had to unlock parts of themselves in order to maintain their life. So they get to advance with those gifts in this coming cycle. Party-wise, when masculine stated, which means in a party-specific manner. These government systems are comprised of high school type cliques, renamed and rebranded. They're asking about a fire. They're calling it a wood game. Apparently, she's answering no. Giving them stratter cheeks and seems to move more. I mumbled on this part of the message and I couldn't really make out the recording. It's like it's more incredible than it is a disco. And I don't know if that's exactly what I said, but it sounded similar. These masculines are talking about the mannerisms of a female. There's something about death threats. Well, they've certainly been giving them. It's like 24/7 they're talking about these threats. It's so ridiculous. They're talking about this magistrate. She is an original. She is not a hybrid. There's something about instant karma. If they attempt to do anything to her, it will instantly be back on them. The scandal is that somebody is saying there's something about August. And these pedophile, RAPist, human traffickers are calling this woman dangerous. She's bringing an end to their fiasco. Someone's complaining that she quantum leaped, which is a sudden significant change or a dramatic advance. She moved to a completely new level, which makes it more challenging for them. They definitely want to claim her identity and be in this position, but they just don't have what it takes. So we're going to have to see if they actually do claim her 3D vessel and put an end to this, or if they themselves will be receiving instant karma for even considering such a thing. This is the message, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.